folks, hello and welcome to the start of a brand new series. So as previously mentioned on last week's vlog, I'm going to start reviewing every issue of the Mortal Realms magazine. Okay, so without further ado, let's get cracking. So here we have what was issue number 1. As you can see, it's quite a packed issue. We've got the magazine itself, a set of sprues, some dice, some bases, and a really nice opening issue. Okay, so the plan is there's 80 of these issues planned. I've got the first 18 here in the studio. So every week I'm going to review an issue, I'm going to show you the models and show you everything that's in it. So this one's going to be probably a longer video because it's the first issue. I'll probably waffle a little bit and I want to show you all the things that come with it. Okay, so excuse the sound in the background as I rip all this nice plastic off and destroy it. Put it on the studio floor. Not that actually I have bad habits, I'm quite a neat person. Almost OCD and a perfectionist, but you know, we all have our little indulgences, don't we? Okay, so I've got everything all over the place here. But best laid plans of mice and men, or certainly of Nick anyway. Oh my word. Do you know what? I should have actually done this off camera, shouldn't I? It's worth it for the entertainment value, I suppose. Seeing a grown man struggle with a load of plastic and cardboard, as is per norm. Okay, so we have quite a bit here, folks. So let me get that out of the way on the floor and I shall show you all. Okay, so starting off with the magazine itself, which is issue number 1, Mortal Realms. Okay, Battle Games in the Age of Sigmar. Okay, so there we go, issue number 1, which I will take down to the table in a wee while and go through. As is the norm with all these magazines, they try and obviously get you in for the subscription. So there's like a little subscription leaflet there. Basically just tells you issue 2 is $5.99 and then the other ones are $7.99 after. If you go to Hachette's website, then I'm sure you can still actually get these. I say it's only like about 5-6 months into the actual magazine, so I'd imagine you'll be able to still get them if anybody's actually interested. Anybody has any actual questions with regards to the content of the magazine or anything like that, please don't hesitate, leave me a comment below, or you can actually email me darkjedi99@hotmail.com, all lowercase, okay, and I'll happily answer emails, chat with you folks on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or whatever, any of my social media links. Anything you need to know, absolutely anything at all, guys, just blip me and I'll let you know. Okay, so yeah, this is like basically just a big leaflet telling you what you get with the subscription, etc. I did subscribe straight away online, no hassle, all good. Okay, what's this? Yeah, a little newsagent leaflet. If you do it the old-fashioned way, give it to your newsagent and go in and collect it every week. All good. We have another big, well, it's essentially a poster, but it's obviously covered in bumf. All your subscription stuff there, all your garb. I'll quickly flick the poster open for you to have a look at. Okay, so sorry about the glare here, folks. So it's a nice big full-size poster of a Stormcast Eternal on the front there. What's a nice little feature of this as well is it gives you an overview of the entire collection of stuff that you're going to get over your 80 issues. A lot of it I'm really looking forward to be honest. It looks like a really good set. We have War in the Underworld, which is like a little supplement, which basically goes into showing you a map of the different places of interest within the world and telling you a little bit about them. One for those guys who like all the fluff, a bit like myself. A nice little bit of reading material there. And as is the norm with these subscriptions also, we get a little play mat, a little battle mat. And it's essentially just A4 jobby to set up and help you with the tutorial mode in the magazine. There's a section at the back of the magazine that is a little tutorial, helps you learn how you move, how you shoot, how you attack, all the mechanics of the game basically. I won't be going over that. In fact, I'll tell you what I might do. I haven't planned on going over it, but as a supplement to the series, if any of you folks are actually interested in it, if you drop me a comment below, just saying around, say, Nick, show me like the tutorial, or do a little video to show us how we do it. If your interest is piqued any further, and I'll happily do it. Okay, we have a little range ruler. I'm not sure how that's showing up on camera. You move in inches in the game, so these are handy. The bends, so you can kind of get round corners with your miniatures, that kind of thing. I've got several of them, but they're always handy to have. 6 dice, just your ordinary D6 dice, nothing special. A load of bases, these little slaughter bases, Games Workshop slaughter bases. And what we're all here for is the miniatures, okay? So in this we get 3 Stormcast Eternals, who are the good guys. If you're a 40k player, think Fantasy Space Marines, if that makes any sense to you as a point of reference. For those not, they're basically the good guys, and the bad guys are here. Okay, so there they are there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to turn the camera off, flick everything round, I'm going to show you the magazine, and then I'm going to come away, stick the built models on the turntable and show you them. Okay, guys? So guys, here we are back down the table. So we have issue 1, and as you can see in the top there, introduction is $2.99. Okay, it says Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, Mortal Realms, and it says Battle Games in the Age of Sigmar, issue 1, and inside we've got the Age of Sigmar, Shyish, the Realm of Death, and Your First Battle. Okay, so already you notice that the art is really nice on this. It's a feature of the Age of Sigmar game, to be honest. It was the main thing that actually got me into it, believe it or not. Okay, so nice and clearly laid out, we have the first page. In this issue, the Age of Sigmar, and just as the God King Sigmar has returned, his warriors strike out across the mortal realms to combat evil and protect the innocent. And then we have a look at the Stormcast Eternals, and then some of the models that we get are the Sequitors, and then it goes on to showing us the Nighthorns, the Chain Rasps, which are the bad guys that we get, how to build Sequitors and Chain Rasps, how to paint Citadel miniatures, which is really nice, to be honest, because anybody getting into this for the first time, it gives you a nice little guide on it. The Eve of Battle, which is a playthrough for your first tutorial, and the map of Shyish, and all the credits there. Okay, so this is the first page of the history section, the realms, and the Age of Sigmar. So it says, the God King Sigmar has returned. His storm hosts pour forth to remove the taint of chaos from all 8 of the mortal realms. Though his forces have had many victories, the war is far from won, for Sigmar has many enemies. Okay, so this is basically the bump, and as you see, a nice picture of a Stormcast Eternal on the front there. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to show you the pages. I'm not going to actually start reading any of the stuff, because obviously, if you choose to go ahead and get it yourself, then it's there for you to read. There's a little bit about chaos and a nice big Games Workshop style photograph of the models in a battle scenario. Lovely paint job as always. Okay, then we go into the bit about the Stormcast Eternals there. More pictures. I mean, the colours on these are lovely. I'm really looking forward to painting them, to be honest. Gold and blue. I'm thinking about maybe silver and purple for mine. I don't know. More about the storm hosts, and then we go on to our models from this issue. Stormcast Eternals, Sequitors, and it basically just tells you a little bit about them, what the battlefield role is, the history of them, etc. Then we go on to like their war gear, their weapons, etc. Okay. And then the Nighthorns, who are the bad guys. Again, a wee bit about them. Ice cold fear heralds their arrival. Only ruined corpses mark their passing. Okay, so these guys are basically like they're like an army that's like brought back from the dead. They're like spirit hosts, and things like that. Okay, and to just back up my point there, a couple of little photos just showing these guys, trying to get them in focus. Okay, and then a section about the Nighthaunt chain rasps, who are the models, the basic chaff, the basic warriors for this issue. Okay. And again, just a little bit more in depth about the various models that we get. Okay, some like the character names, a little bit of background, a little bit of fluff to get you into it, a little bit about chain rasp hordes, and then the how to build section. Again, this appears in every single magazine. These models are quite simple to do, to be honest with you. I was trying to find like the right term. They're basically clip and play. So you know, you cut them out off the sprue there, get them all nice and clean like that, and then you just basically push fit them. I've glued mine only because I'm like, you know, I'm just like an experienced hobbyer really. I prefer things glued. But you know, if you were just starting out, non-committal, etc., then just go along, clip them, pop them together and get playing with them. Okay, so just a little idea is to build your first model, and as you can see, the diagrams are really clear, you know what I mean. These can be put together by anybody, honestly. No super glue required. I'd say if you're going to glue them, use plastic glue, plastic cement. Okay, so that just gives you a quick idea of the build, and again, it just goes over, shows you the how you do the chain rasp models, etc. Nothing really exciting there, guys, that's why I'm just flying through it. And then your how to paint, and it just basically starts you off with a little guide just showing you where you're going, what you do, etc. And then we have a little bit of fluff here now. The Eva battle, Warhammer Age of Sigmar is a tabletop war game for 2 players, each of whom acts as the general for an army of Citadel miniatures, commanding their collection of models in battles against their friends. Here we give an overview of how fun gaming can get you ready for your first game. Okay, so it basically it's like a little introduction. More fluff about the actual mission in hand, and that there is like a little picture of like a little battle matter shown earlier and the models on it. And it just says you will need to, and it basically just tells you how you go about it, get the dice, etc, etc. And then it just gives you a little brief summary of the rules and how you move, etc. This is really nice. It's extremely beginner friendly, guys. I really would recommend it, to be honest. Okay, and again, I'm not going to go on about this too long. I'm just giving you a quick sort of scan to let you see what we're doing, where we're going, and how you go about it. Okay, and it finishes off there. And the back page is just as per common with these magazines, you know, encouraging you to subscribe, which personally I have and I'd recommend. And the bit that I always look forward to as soon as I receive a new issue is what's coming in the future issues. Okay, so issue 2 next week is going to introduce us to some more models and some paint. Okay, Banshees are coming there in issue 2, and it looks like a tub of white paint, yeah. And in issue 3 we get Stormcast reinforcements, a little blip of what the magazine looks like. Okay guys, so that is a summary of issue 1. Okay, I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to stick all the models on the turntable for you to give you a quick blip. Okay guys, so I've gone away and I've built these models and I've now got them on the turntable for you. Okay, so here we see the Stormcast Eternals, and then just moving around we have the various Nighthaunts in their various poses. What's really nice about this as well is that the good guys, the Stormcast, are moulded in gold, and the Nighthaunt are in like a turquoisey blue colour. So straight away, even if you don't paint them, you can go along and you can play with them. Okay, so like you see, some really nice little poses here for the models with various weapons and etc. These would just be nice with a quick undercoat of white, a base coat of white, and maybe a little bit of blue ink or something like that. A little bit of a dry brush, going back for those guys who've seen the Dead Zone painting video. Little technique like that, a little bit of basing, bish bash bosh, and away you go. Really nice models here, guys. Before I go, little confession to make. I went away, and as a collector, obviously, and a fan of the game, I bought, I think it was 8 of these starter packs, which got me 80 of the Nighthawns and 24 more of the Stormcast. If you can still get hold of those introductory packs and you are interested in playing a game, I would highly recommend doing the same trick, guys. Go out, get yourself as many of them as you can. Get yourself some really cheap models, because these will set you back. You know, I won't lie, Games Workshop, they do the top models in the game, but they are expensive. Okay, so just going around again, just give you another quick little blip on the turntable there of what we get in issue 1. Okay, so leave me your comments below. Let me know what you think about it. If you like the look of the magazine, you like the format, like the way I do like the reviews and stuff, what you think of the models, etc. And if it's something that you're interested in. As I say, this series is going to run 80 episodes, guys, because there are 80 magazines, so I'm in it for the long haul. If you're new here, if you just found me by some miraculous algorithm of YouTube, have a look around, guys, see if you like the stuff. If you do, please hit that subscribe button, share, comment, and more importantly, folks, leave me a like. To you returning, guys, as always, thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. I hope you've enjoyed what's now the start of a brand new series. Take it easy, guys. See you later.